Laura Branigan would have been 65 years old today if she hadn't have passed away 13 years ago of an aneurysm. It was very unexpected. I only knew her for the songs Gloria and Self-Control, and those were two of my favorite songs from the early 80s. And my history with Laura Branigan is something I'll get into actually at the end of this video, but I wanted to do an artist profile on her, on what would have been her 65th birthday. So these are the 3 vinyl albums I have for Laura Branigan here. And 2 of them were given to me as doubles from the collection of my boyfriend Scott Edwards. So this is dedicated to him, and he recommended the last one. There are some albums missing, but again, I'll get into that at the end of the video. This is Laura Branigan's first album on vinyl, and it's just called Branigan. Now, if you look closely, you see that it has a hype sticker. Includes All Night With Me and Gloria. This is an album. I have all of Laura Branigan's albums on CD at this particular point. Well, actually almost all of them. The songs I like on this, of course, are Gloria, and Living a Lie is another one of my favorites. Kind of a Motown dance rock mixture. You know, she did a lot on this album. They were, people involved in making this were really trying her with a lot of different material and seeing where her artistic nature really lay, and she had a very unique and powerful voice, and they really gave her material that suited it very well. They didn't just slap it on her, you know. So this is her first album from 1982 from the Atlantic label. Okay, a couple albums later we get to 1985, Hold Me. This album, you know, when I first heard it, I was surprised myself how much the title track reminded me of an extension of Self-Control. This is a really, if you like the Self-Control album, you'll really love this one. Didn't do that well for her commercially. Another Atlantic album. I'm not going to really show any labels on here. Well, I might. I don't know if there's a custom label to deal with on this album. But let's give it a try. You know, I can already see there's a standard Atlantic label. So we'll go to actually the direct follow-up to it. 1987, Touch. Now, I just listened to this album tonight, actually, for the very first time. And she did something kind of interesting with this album. It's from 1987. I'll turn it over on the back so you can see the picture. Also on Atlantic, no custom label there. The first side of the album is primarily ballads, including Power of Love. And when I hear Power of Love, I hear a lot of Celine Dion in that, or as some people call her on YouTube, Celine Dion. And my favorite track on the first side of the album is Meaning of the Word, kind of a slinkier cut. On the second side, I love the title track and Shattered Glass, really strong up-tempo songs. Name Game, yeah, lyrically it's a little silly, but, you know, to be honest with you, it's got some great use of sampling and sequencers on it. Laura Branigan, kind of entering the late 80s. This is the only Laura Branigan album I didn't have on any format. I'd like to get it on CD someday, but I'm very happy to have it on vinyl. It sounds really great. So here's what I have with Laura Branigan on vinyl. The interesting thing about these albums, I never had Hold Me or Touch. Hold Me actually being from 1985, I don't know if I mentioned it, on any other format but CD before. But I did have this one, but I sold it, and I had Self-Control on vinyl, and I sold it. And, you know, I kind of regret that. I never had Branigan 2 on vinyl. I have all that stuff on CD, and those are excellent albums, but this is what I have for Laura Branigan on vinyl. I hope you all enjoyed this. Thank you to Scott Edwards for giving me the first 2 albums you see here and recommending Touch to me while we were crate digging. And I'll see you all next time. Peace.